Welcome back, guys, to Phoenix Wright, Spirit of Justice, where last episode we completed the magical turnabout. With that all completed and done and Roger returns in jail, with no one else, hopefully, plotting against the Maya family, we wonder now what links Apollo has to Khura'in, as we maybe move back there, as we start episode 3. With an interesting looking cutout waiting for us there. Will we finally see her again? And so begins episode 3, the Rite of Turnabout.
Wakey wakey, 201. Got some more questions. Sound the alarm! Prisoner 201's escaped!
Well, you know, with Dad's back on the streets, things will be on the up and up for us.
Keep your voice down. You want that rebel hunter to find us or something?
Come on, we're small fries compared to... Huh?
What on earth is going on in Khura'in? Well, we're back here, so it's time to find out more about the country. Another fine day in the Kingdom of Khura'in. It's so peaceful here. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks already, but this place is really starting to grow on me. Still. It sure was a rough start. Now, to do what I came here to do. To see Maya. Her long ascetic training is finally coming to an end. But before it does, she said something about one last rite she has to perform today. Mr. Wright! Hey, Albie. And Shadow. How are you? Happy Lucky! Hey, Albie. Happy Lucky. Oh, you've mastered the traditional greeting of Khura'in! I don't know about that, but I guess all that practicing is paying off. Have you gotten used to life at the temple? I'm grateful they're letting me stay here, but the mornings start a little too early for me. Yes, well, morning prayers do begin at dawn. After all, you can never pray too much. Daily devotion is very important here in Khura'in. That's off to you guys. I don't know how you do it. And today's a special day, full of even more prayer than usual. There's nothing better in this world than being able to pray to your heart's content. I can think of a few things I'd rather do. So, what makes today so special anyway? You mean you don't know? Today's the Purification Rite. It's only performed once a year. That's what Maya must have been talking about on the phone yesterday. I wonder what her role in it is. So, what exactly is Maya going to be doing for this Purification Rite? What? Did she tell you? She's playing the role of Lady Kee'ra. It's only the most important part of the entire rite. It's unprecedented to have a foreigner play such a key role. Doesn't seem so unprecedented to have foreigners play so many other key roles, though. Wow, that's really something. He really is. Helping out such an amazing person has been the greatest honor of this humble tour guide's life. So, who is this Lady Kee'ra you mentioned? Allow me to explain. Once upon a time, hundreds upon hundreds of years ago, there lived a female warrior who fought valiantly to establish the kingdom of Khura'in. Let me stop you right there. Is something wrong? No, it's just, I get the feeling I'm in for a really long story. Yeah, I'd say it normally takes around 2 hours to tell. Phew, dodged a bullet there. Alright, you're supposed to finally see Miss Maya today. The story can wait then. In the meantime, you can read up on the right with this. An English guidebook. Where did you dig this up from? I found it just lying there in the temple library. I figured no one else was using it, so I borrowed it. Huh? Hey, this book belongs to Maya. See? There's her name on the back. Guess there's no harm in keeping this for a while then. A Rights Guide has been added to the court record. A guide to Chinese rights written for tourists. Maybe I should read that, to be honest. Miss Maya should already be at the site where the rite is about to take place. Let's go to the Plaza of Devotion. Well, let me figure out more about the rite first of all, if I can see it. Though it seems to just be telling me placements of people. As Lady Kee'ra and the High Priest purifies both Lady Kee'ra and her dagger, the ceremony ends with Rite of Fire, in which the priestess circles the sacred flame to purify her soul. The Purification Rite is a 3-part ceremony held when the moon is directly over the summit of Mount Pony Pony. It begins with the Transformation Rite. The High Priest reads scripture while a priestess dons the robes of Lady Kee'ra, which have been purified of incense. Next is the Rite of Water, in which the priestess enters the spring dressed as Lady Kee'ra, and the High Priest purifies both Lady Kee'ra and her dagger. The ceremony ends with the Rite of Fire, in which the priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul. The two then devote themselves to prayer until the rite comes to a close 2 days later at noontime. So basically, the whole thing's a fancy way for Lady Kee'ra to take a bath once a year. Must be nice to her be here. Haha! Is that really what was written in the English guidebook, that last bit? Or is that just Phoenix thinking out loud? I do not know. It's a bit unprofessional of being a guidebook, surely. Right then, let's go to the Plaza of Devotion. I wonder if Maya's matured any since I last saw her. It's on a mountaintop, so it might get a little cold though. I think I can handle it. Yes, I've got a thermal suit, I'll have you know. Any ideas, Albie? There have been a lot more tourists this year than last. Then your tour guide business must be booming. It is. But I have more important things to do right now. Namely, helping you, Mr. Wright. I think I'll tip him a little extra for his help later. What to do, Albie, is to go to the Rite of Devotion. Let's head over there to where the Purification Rite, oh that one, yeah, will be held. What sort of rite is it? We'd wind up missing a whole day of the rite if I were to explain it. In that case, I think I'll just go see it for myself. No comedy text, no nothing like that. Just Albie saying, move, move, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Let's head over to the Plaza of Devotion, where the Purification Rite takes place, not the Rite of Devotion or anything like that. Many dances, many serenades, songs of various things, as we see everyone praying before a gate. It's so cold. It's like the air itself is made of ice. But look at all these people. Well, this is the day we come to offer prayers to Lady Kee'ra, the protector of our land. It's amazing to see how devoted everyone is. Devoted? Right. But couldn't they just as easily do all this praying someplace warmer? This too is a part of our religious training. It helps us build strength of spirit and willpower. Further up at the end of those stairs is the inner sanctum. I see. Everyone I've met so far seems deeply religious. Of course we are. After all, Khura'in is also known as the land of prayer. It's said that we Khura'inese spend an average of 15 hours a day in prayer. What? 15? From the moment we wake to the moment we fall asleep, our hearts are always in prayer. You see, all the square flags around here, they're known as prayer flags. They contain the prayers of our people. I'm always talking about these colourful strips of cloth. There's something written on each one. Such piety is the glory of our people, and I'm afraid that story's going to have to wait for another time, Albie. Maya should be here any minute now. Oh yeah, you're right. I can't wait to see Miss Maya again. Pardon me, oh noble traveller.
How do you fare, Mr. Wright? It's been many a day.
And who might you be? Maya?
Miss Maya! Habaraki! Habaraki, Albie. And you, Mr. Wright. May the Holy Mother guide you on your journey. Oh, thanks? Long time no see, Nick. Well, did I surprise you with my act? Yeah, you can say that again. This is Maya Fey. She's a spirit medium from Khura'in village back home. She was also my assistant for quite some time. But that was many years ago. Her ability to channel spirits saved me more times than I can count. I sure miss those days. It was a ton of fun being the real boss of Wright & Co. law offices. Now she's here, training to be the leader of Khura'in village and the master of her craft. Apparently, to become the master of the Khura'in channeling technique, you have to train here in Khura'in, since this is where the technique originated. Didn't I sound just like a pious nun when you saw me just now? Too bad that's about all I learned from all the training I did. You haven't changed a bit, Maya. Huh? And what's that supposed to mean? She may look a little more mature on the outside, but inside she's the same old Maya. I'm actually kind of glad for that. It's Maya! I heard what happened, Nick. You ended up in court almost as soon as you got off the plane, huh? Yeah, well, it's kind of a long story. I was the accused, but you should see Mr. Wright in action. He was amazing. I bet it was another one of your famous our seat of your pants covered behind wins, huh? Well, I was almost found guilty any number of times. Okay, so it wasn't my finest hour, so sue me. You haven't changed a bit either, Nick. Ouch, it definitely stings more when it's coming from her. So I guess you finished the bulk of the training needed to become the master, right? Oh, you mean the special meditation course for increasing spiritual power? Yep, I've completed the full 2 years. I can finally go home once I perform the Purification Rite today. Actually, I was wondering why they're having a foreigner conduct one of their sacred rites. Well, the High Priest's wife usually conducts it each year, but with her baby on the way, it's just more than she can handle. So the High Priest practically begged me to stand in for her this year. Well, you may not know all of their customs, but with your training, I'm sure you'll do great. You bet. Just you watch, Nick. I'm going to be the best Lady Kee'ra, guardian deity, ever. I better throw in a few prayers for things to not end in a flaming disaster then. Oh, don't say that when there's a rite of flame. Flaming disaster sounds like a portent of evil. So about that guardian deity you'll be portraying today, what exactly are we talking about here? Well, first of all, Lady Kee'ra isn't really a deity in the way we think of them back home. She is a real person who fought to establish the Kingdom of Khura'in a long, long time ago. Wow, so she actually existed. And now the kingdom's people worship her as a guardian deity. They believe she appears to protect the kingdom whenever it's in danger. Cloaked in a sacred robe, she's a champion of justice who defeats the kingdom's enemies. That sounds like something you'd be into. I know, right? Who wouldn't want to be a kick-butt warrior who takes on evil with a wicked dagger? Right. Whatever floats your boat. Still, Lady Kee'ra must really be a popular deity for all these people who are here for her. Yep, but there's more to it than just her popularity this year. There's more? Tell me more, the Rite's popularity. So why is this Rite attracting such a large crowd this year? Because there's been actual sightings, you know, of the real deal. Allow me to explain. A mysterious figure clad in Lady Kee'ra's robes appeared, just like in the legends. And she began capturing members of the Defiant Dragons right and left. You're kidding, right? They say it's only a matter of time till she gets their leader, the revolutionary Dirk, too. Thank you for explaining, Tor. So Lady Kee'ra's a rebel hunter now, huh? It's a bit hard to swallow, though. I mean, even if they are trying to disrupt the peace. I doubt the actions of a band of rebels can bring a legendary figure back to life. I didn't believe it at first either. But there's a real picture of her on the front page of today's newspaper. Sightings of her go back about 2 years. This is the first actual picture of her ever to be taken. I can't believe someone was able to actually capture her on film. But couldn't this just be some Lady Kee'ra's fan, you know? Like you, Maya? You mean like a cosplayer? Those rebels are no joke, Nick. They're trained in hand-to-hand combat and stuff. You think some regular cosplayer can take on people like that dressed in a costume alone? Well, it depends on who the cosplayer is. That's why she has to be the real deal. It gives me chills just thinking about it. Cosplayers can martial arts too. I bet Lady Kee'ra's spirit possessed a sacred robe or something. A spirit possessing a piece of clothing. Maybe you should cut back on all those action superhero shows, man. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You You're just jealous that I'm still young at heart. I've got a real office to run now, so I've got to keep it real. Right? I don't know who you're talking about, but that's definitely not me. You really lost your edge since I last saw you. Those spikes of yours have grown really dull, and there's even one that's drooping. Can we leave my hair out of this? Anyway, I swear that Lady Kee'ra people have been spotting is the real deal. Yes, you do. Besides, it's just so much more fun to believe it's true, you know. I can't believe you really buy all that. Although, I wonder who's under that robe. May 9th newspaper has been added to the court record. A newspaper from the morning of the Purification Rite. It reports on Lady Kee'ra's activities, among other things. May 9th. May 9th. Is that important? Mr. Wright, she's the talk of the town. She even gave me this great new food idea. It's gonna be like a soul bun, but based on Lady Kee'ra. I'm calling it the Kee'ra bun. Talk about a Kee'ra business strategy. Come on, Maya. Just admit, is you running around dressed as Lady Kee'ra already? I guess the jig is up. What? Is it really true, Miss Maya? Indeed, it is I, Lady Kee'ra. After hundreds of years, I've returned this lovely young lady's body. What? Okay, we know that's not beyond the realm of possibility. Only a minion of defiant dragons can see through my disguise. Now, feel my wrath, foul lawyer. Yeah. Ow! Mr. Wright! Just kidding. I mean, come on. I might be dressing up as Lady Kee'ra for the Rite today, but there's no way I could ever beat up one of those rebel types. I don't know. That was a pretty solid left hook she just threw. Oh, you were just trying to be funny. You really had me going there for a second. No one could be that naive, right? Well, I hope you enjoyed playing superhero at the Rite today. Oh, when you put it that way, I'm even more hyped about it now than I already was. Oh, I hear the sound of the High Priest's footsteps. I better get going. His footsteps? During the Rite, he wears these really big bells on his ankles. That way I know he's coming. Pretty handy, right? Well, see you later. I doubt they're actually meant to be a stop slacking warning system for you, Maya. Miss Maya is always so bright and cheerful. Yeah, I'm glad to see she hasn't changed. As in, at all. I wonder if this means her training's been all for naught. I hope not. Ah, it's Acolyte Zeh'lot. Hahaha. Acolyte Zeh'lot. Look, he's the one praying in the red and saffron robe. He's a disciple of the High Priest, Abbot Inmee, and lives and trains at his house. See how he prays in the cold without moving a muscle? Yeah, I could never do that. Ah, it's Abbot Inmee! The Purification Rite is about to begin! So that's the sacred robe Maya will be wearing during the Rite. It looks almost exactly like what that figure in the newspaper photo was wearing. Whoever it is must have worked really hard to copy it. Please, sir, it's not a good idea to stay like that. You could be struck blind. Just give me a few more seconds. I mean, this isn't something you see every day. Oh, the spells on the High Priest's ankles. They're a lot bigger than I thought they'd be. Mr. Wright, it's time to enter the prayer pose like everyone else. Those who don't will suffer the wrath of the Holy Mother. Okay, let's see. First I kneel down and cross my ankles, and then I bow forward. Youch! Great, now all I can see is the ground, and my back is killing me. You really should have trained for this, sir. Wait a sec. How long are we supposed to stay like this, Albie? The Rite requires that we stay like this until the day after tomorrow. That's 2 whole days. I don't feel so... Mr. Wright, are you okay, sir? So somebody, help! Ooh, back clacker. Mr. Wright, Miss Wright? Mr. Wright, please, you have to get up! Ouch, my aching... Huh? Albie? Where are we? The High Priest's house at the foot of the Plaza of Devotion. I guess I passed out from that back pain. They must have carried me all the way here. Something terrible's happened. It's Miss Maya. She's... Oh, just follow me to the Plaza of Devotion. Something must have happened while I was passed out. Miss Maya's... She's been arrested. What? Also, can I walk my back? And so it turns out to be the next day. May 10th at 8 AM. Where's Maya? Just take it easy, alright? But I'm telling you, I haven't done anything wrong. You can talk all you want back at the station. Let me go! Maya! Nick, I didn't kill him. I swear I didn't. Quiet you. Come on peacefully or suffer the consequences. Wait a second. What on earth is going on? I don't know who you are, but if you don't get out of my way... Hey, back off, officer. What? Emma? Emma Sky? What's she doing in Khura'in? I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright, but we're placing Maya under arrest. Alright, take her down to the station, but with respect. Got it? Yes, ma'am. Nick! So, what are you doing in Khura'in, Emma? It's a long story. Anyway, what are you doing in Khura'in, Mr. Wright? Same here. It's a long story, but we can get caught up later. Right now, I need to know what happened. Maya's, well, under arrest for the murder of the High Priest. Wait, the High Priest was murdered? Tell me more about it, Emma. What happened, Emma? Please, tell me everything you can. Well, basically, there was a murder during the rite as it was being performed last night. The victim is Rite Inmee. Ho ho, the High Priest who was presiding over the rite. Wait, hold on. Last night? You mean to tell me an entire day's passed since the Purification Rite? That's right, sir. You passed out for a whole day from your back pain. I never knew my back's like a ticking time bomb. I better take better care of it. The murder took place at the inner sanctum where the rite was being held. The inner sanctum even, it's the place where the spirit of Lady Kee'ra is enshrined. It's through that gate over there and up at the top of the mountain stairs just beyond. It's through that gate. Wow, words. Oh, so that's why everyone is offering their prayers in that direction. Abbot Inmee and Miss Maya went up to the inner sanctum to begin the rite. Just after they finished the prayer, you fainted in the middle of... In the middle of? So, who do you think killed the High Priest? Unfortunately, Maya is our sole suspect right now. During the rite, the inner sanctum was off limits to the general public. So then, only the High Priest and Maya could have been in there when the murder occurred. Right, plus the inner sanctum is on the side of a very steep mountain. The only way up there is a stairway that starts here at the Plaza of Devotion. So that's why she's been arrested. Also, the crime scene was only discovered after Maya came down alone. She's the one who told the worshippers in the plaza that the High Priest was dead. And she made a police statement to that effect. So she was the first one to discover the body. Well, that definitely doesn't help. That makes it even less likely that someone else was there at the crime scene. Mr. Wright, sir, are you going to defend Miss Maya? Yes, of course. There's no way she killed anyone. Yeah, I don't believe it either. She's been framed. But this is really something else, huh, Mr. Wright? I mean, who'd have thought you'd have to take on that horrible court again? Tell me about it. I never thought I'd have to go through another trial. But the divination seance determines all, and the defense lawyers are unwelcome. Right, Emma, how are you here? So, what brings you here, Emma? Back in the US, I was working a case with an international prosecutor from Khura'in. He told me this is where I could see the latest techniques in international forensic science. I can't believe I fell for it. I mean, just look at this place. It's like we've gone back in time. Yeah, I can't say I've been impressed with the police work I've seen so far. Still, he said he takes on cases from around the world. So maybe next time he'll have one in a major city somewhere. Sounds like this prosecutor has taken a liking to you, Emma. After all, it's not every day a prosecutor takes a detective with them overseas. I wonder. He's calm and kind and almost always has a smile on his face. But it's hard to tell what he's really thinking. This international prosecutor, is he the one who handled Trucy's case? Yes, he is. I take it he'll be the prosecutor on this one too. Yes, Prosecutor Sarmadi's already been assigned. Prosecutor Sarmadi! Polkanka! You know him, Albie? Of course, everyone in Khura'in does. He's a highly revered individual, both as a prosecutor and a monk. If you go up against Prosecutor Sarmadi, you'll incur the Holy Mother's wrath. But it's my job to, as a lawyer. Oh, right. Sorry. Just great. A prosecutor is also a revered monk in a deeply religious country. This trial's shaping up to be even more uniquely Khura'inese than the last one. I'm not sure I should be saying this, but he's a formidable opponent. Yeah, I heard Apollo had a really tough time, so I'd better give it everything I've got. Anyway, I'm glad you're here, Emma. They treat lawyers like criminals here. Kind of think of it, Prosecutor Sarmadi mentioned something to that effect. I'm not sure how much I can help, but I'll do what I can. Really? You sure you aren't going to get in trouble for helping the enemy? Oh, he did come down on me pretty hard when I tried to help Trucy in that last trial. Let's just say I'll help where I can. Thanks, but don't go getting yourself in trouble on my account, okay? Prosecutor Sarmadi sounds pretty strict. So first things first, let's start with this. Hot off the press, it's the High Priest's autopsy report. Tell us, autopsy report has been added to the court record. The cause of death was blood loss from an abdominal wound delivered by a bladed weapon. The victim bled to death from a deep stab wound to the abdomen. The murder weapon is believed to be Lady Kee'ra's Warbaa'd dagger. It's used during the rite, however. The dagger is yet to be found. Lady Kee'ra's dagger, huh? I think Maya mentioned something about a dagger. Who wouldn't want to be a kick-butt warrior who takes on evil with a wicked dagger? It's the Warbaa'd dagger. Right, whatever floats your boat. Great name for it. And isn't that rebel hunter posing as Lady Kee'ra also armed with a dagger? Of course, hers must be a replica, right? Would it be okay for me to go take a look at the crime scene, Emma? The police have already wrapped up their investigation, but the location itself is off limits to the general public, so I'm not sure. Emma, please, I'm begging you. Just like the police, I need access if I'm to mount a viable defense. Alright then. Leave it to me. I'll explain the situation to Prosecutor Sarmadi and the police later. Thanks, Emma. You have quite a climb ahead of you, so be sure to watch your step. Wait, you're not coming with me? Oh no, I'm not climbing up there again. No way. Is it really that bad? I wonder if my back can handle it. You had to go to the inner sanctum? Oh, you're so lucky, Mr. Wright. Why don't you join me, Albie? That's crazy talk, sir. If a commoner like myself were to set foot in there, I'd surely be cursed for all eternity. Because the inner sanctum is off limits for you, huh? Oh well, guess I'll just have to face this all by my lonesome. By the way, what about all the people still praying here? Aren't they going to go home? The customs is right required they not move from the spot until tomorrow afternoon. It doesn't faze them to have police milling about. Some of them are even off-duty cops. Wow, I guess it's what it's like to live in a deeply religious society, huh? It's more amazing that there's that many people there, or more to the point where the rest of the nation. Is there any point in me examining anything at this point in time? That's a befitting gate for the path to the inner sanctum. It's apparently considered a sacred object to the people of Khura'in. I wasn't even allowed to dust it for prints. So even applying a little fingerprint dust to it would be sacrilegious, huh? I guess so. But I applied some luminol on it instead when no one was looking. Sounds like an invitation for the Holy Mother to strike you down later, Emma. Does indeed. We got the very important guy in the middle that was pointed out. Acolyte Zeh'lot is really in the zone. Oh, you mean that monk who's been living at the victim's home? Yeah, he hasn't moved a muscle, even though his teacher has been murdered. I guess he's so deep in prayer he's not aware of what's going on around him. Interesting bit of information there, living at the victim's home. Wow, even with the murder, all these people are still here praying. They're so into it, they wouldn't notice anything you did to them. You mean like, taking their fingerprints? Huh? Oh, who would ever do something like that? Emma, you didn't. And that could be useful. There's a lot of people that were relatively near the scene who may have seen something go past, you never know. But we have set the scene for the Rite of Turnabout. Maya, of course. 0 days have yet again passed since the last Wright Agency employee or person related to it has been put or fingered for a crime. I don't get it. Why? Why? There are other people in this world. Why is it always us? Why are we the guilty ones? How many times can you be proven innocent before maybe a court just goes, well, they're most likely to be innocent. They always seem to get proven innocent. I don't know. But now in Khura'in, with Prosecutor Sadmadi, our opposition, how are we going to sort things out with the way the law works over here? Join me next time as we continue to investigate. Bye-bye.